Wait a minute, you need to be able to see me. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Oh, today's video we are adding something new to the channel. Alright guys, so after watching JR14's video, I could not wait for this to come in the mail. It's a little bit different than what he's got, but it's somewhat similar. So, my boy Jay, he's got the, I believe the V2 splitter from Aerofabb, which is a street splitter. I don't know, there's so many code names. So what we actually picked up now for Project Mark 7, just in time for the show this Sunday, is the Aerofabb version 1 front wind splitter. So it's the one with the rods, so that way I still kind of stay with the same theme as what I had before, but adding a lot better quality. So in this video, I'm gonna walk you through what's in the box, what can you expect from a shipment by Aerofabb, and also how this thing actually ends up looking, because that's what you guys are here for, and install instructions. Let's go. So some of the first things that I noticed just by looking at this box is made in USA. I love things that are made in USA, not imported. That's always good. That way we keep the economy flowing. And also, if you can tell at the very top there, if I can get this to focus, you get a little sticker at the top that says pre-Mark 7 facelift GTI V1 front wind splitter. And actually, there's a check off here for front support rods because we do have that. And it says, please handle with care. There's glass in here. That kind of scares me. I don't think there's glass, but I see the point. I see what you did there, guys. Fragile, handle with care. It's all over the place. So with this, they are ensuring that your package comes perfect when it arrives at your house. So let's get to opening this and see what's in the box. It's getting pretty cold out here in New York, guys, and my hands are shivering. But let's cut this open and see what's up. Wow, this thing is no joke. There's staples all over the place. Holy Jesus. You may need 3 people to open this box, but that's actually a good thing. Looking at the contents of the box, you have your splitter right over here with pre-drilled holes all the way around. There's also a little thing over there that says hardware. We're gonna have to find out what that is. This thing here is your aero brace. This is what really sets this thing apart from all the other splitters, and I'll explain that a little bit later in a second. Wow, things are blowing all over the place. Have an installation guide for the support rods themselves for the V1 Street Edition. And then we also have a installation guide for the splitter itself and the aero brace as well. So these things I'm gonna have to look through. Oh wow, there's like pictures. Oh, this thing is super detailed, man. And as far as the splitter rods, they give you an option to measure. This is where Aerofabb recommends that you drill the bolts into. I am going to try to not do this because I already have pre-drilled holes and I hope they work. Otherwise, we're gonna have to find a workaround for that. Got a nice little Aerofabb sticker there. That's pretty exciting. All right, guys, so let's follow the yellow brick road to the hardware. This is attention to detail, guys. Check this out. Flip this. Look at this. They take the cardboard piece, they attach 2 pieces of wood straight across to make this nice and rigid, and this is where all of your hardware is for the splitter itself. You got some nice stainless steel support rods. Oh, now this is sick. I'll show you on my current splitter right now, but the way my support rods are, they don't screw in from the bottom. They actually tighten in with a bolt, and the bolt actually extends onto the floor, and it kind of pokes out the bottom. So if you look underneath, it actually pokes at the bottom, and one of them actually bent on my MountI splitter. So this is kind of cool. It's a screw that screws into the splitter itself. It's a screw that screws into the rods themselves, so that way you have a flush mount underneath. Now that is attention to detail again, guys. A bunch of things labeled B and D and C, and this I definitely remember. Sour Patch. So definitely let's get to eating that before we get started with this install. If you guys are anything like me and you work 60 hours a week, then you know you need this Sour Patch to be able to complete this job. Because I am exhausted, and I'm out here making videos for you guys. So, there's some credit. I am not going to bore you with the whole taking off the front bumper thing. So, just going to play a time lapse and come back when the front bumper's off. I just wanted to quickly show you what I meant, why I was so excited about these new rods, right? So look at this. These are much flimsier, right? This is made out of like metal, but it's starting to like corrode a little bit here. This used to have a very long bolt that extended this way. It actually popped out the bottom, and with enough scraping on driveways and things like that, it actually ended up just clean shaving off. So that's what I really meant by that. And if you have a driveway and you're driving up and down, you don't want any of these scratch marks from this metal thing. So I'm not going to bore you with removing the maxed-in one, but I am going to get rid of it now, and then we'll get to the install of the Aerofabb. Just a quick pro tip, guys. If you guys don't have a pizza box like JR14 has to make his bumper stand up, you can actually use the cardboard and the foam that comes in the box to lay your front bumper on, so that way you don't get it all scratched up wherever you're doing this job. So just a pro tip. Now, when Jay did this in his video, I thought it was a hoax, but I wanted to try this out. This is intense. This is made out of some really hard plastic this time around, as opposed to having the metal finish that the old one had, like Jay said. So it's similar. I think the V1 just extends out a little bit further. Now that the old splitter's out, and we've talked a little bit about the actual splitter, the new one, it's time to start putting this on. So if you guys take a look at this, this is what you get from Aerofabb. It's got a bunch of letters on it which correspond to packages, and I'll show you those packages right now, but it's very important that you use the proper hardware in the proper sections. Now everything's labeled just like this: A, B, C, and D, and then you have some washers also labeled B, and there are corresponding bolts for the different sections on the splitter on the bumper. Now the cool thing about the splitter, what really sets it apart, is this aero brace that Aerofabb is calling an aero brace. It pretty much just is a reinforcement for the front bumper. So now, instead of having the splitter hang on the splash guard and then just bolt up, it actually attaches to the rigid structure of the front bumper. It makes it a lot better and a lot sturdier, so that way you don't have any flap down. It makes the overall design just very durable. So I'm not going to bore you with the bolt install, so let's kind of fast forward to where we knock that out. It looks like snow. That, my friends, is a pretty sick looking front splitter. Check that out. I managed to keep the bolt holes where I had them before. I just had to stretch the entire thing out a little bit and modify things a little bit, but typically what you want to do is you want to measure about an inch up from here, I believe, or inwards from here. I can't remember exactly, but that's pretty much what you want to do, and go all the way down this way. Now this is what I was saying as far as like the flushness of this, right? You have solid flush bolt all the way around, all the way the other side. That makes for a very even lower surface. And then check this out. This thing is rigid, man. Rigid. Just because of how everything's constructed. But the big game changer right here, guys, is this aero brace that goes all the way around. The reinforcement on this stuff can be very difficult to kind of put together by yourself, so just make sure you're kind of flipping the bumper back and forth, because there's a particular order that Aerofabb wants you to have this stuff, and you want to make sure that you do it to spec, so that way if you ever have any issues, you could always say, hey, I did it myself. But I don't see myself having any issues with this. So let's get this bolted on the car. It's getting a little bit darker out. I know it doesn't look like it because I have my ISO a little bit higher than usual, but let's put this together, put it back on the car, and see how it looks. I don't know if you guys can truly appreciate how great this looks right now through the camera, but I am excited. The little fins on the sides are completely gone now. There's no more maxing. Check out this Aerofabb label on the front, guys. It like recedes in there. I know JR brought it up in his video, but that's like attention to detail right there, guys. This thing is like a cutout and then place it in there so that way it sits flush. The only thing you pretty much touch a little bit is the little rivets on the side, but even those are kind of painted, so everything just kind of sits. Guys, this is really attention to detail. Really like how that looks. I hope you guys do too, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's been getting kind of colder here, so there's a lot less videos going on, so hope you guys bear with me. If you like the Aerofabb front splitter, make sure you check the links down below. I'll link everything there, and also if you go on my Instagram, you'll see their Instagram tag also in my bio, so go check it out. And other than that, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.
When it falls in the wind, you know, and you